They will face Southampton in the last 8 then of the League Cup. Erling Haaland shone once again for City, putting away his 24th goal in all competitions. And last night's victory was Pep Guardiola's 10th career win over Jurgen Klopp. Joining us for more then on this encounter, it's the 2012 League Cup winner with Liverpool, Stewart Downing. Stewart, good morning. How are you doing?
Stu. Morning, Stuart.
Morning. Good morning. How are we?
Yeah, we're all really well. And we were all so excited by that game last night. A game that you weren't quite sure how it was going to be, because both these teams coming into it cold, having not played competitive football for a little while, but we were treated to a high-quality, high-intensity match.
Yeah, I was the same. I was wondering, how the game was going to be. Like I said, after the World Cup, so soon after. But I think the quality was outstanding. It was a great game to watch. Man City played some really good stuff. Liverpool never seemed to be out of a game, even though Man City were in control for periods of it. But like I say, it was a great game, some great goals and some good performances.
What do you think went wrong, Stu, for the first 14 games of the Premier League? Because we all expect Liverpool to be right up there with Man City and Arsenal at the moment. But what do you think went wrong in the first 14 games of the Premier League before the World Cup?
Well, to be honest with you, I went a few games Liverpool early on, and it just didn't seem to be clicking for them. Just, they're normally, in the pressing game as well, normally the crowd are with them, but it just didn't seem to be clicking for them. Obviously, new players settling in, Nunes being one of them, but I think in glimpses he's shown that he's got, real pace, a real threat. It's just sort of finding a way to sort of get him in the team and obviously him fitting into the way Liverpool play, because, like I said, the Firmino and people like that are different players to what he is.
What about, like in the midfield area? I watched that last night, Stu, and I just thought to myself, there's rumours about Bellingham, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, Liverpool, do they need a Bellingham or a Rice? I just don't, not much of a muchness. I'm not saying they're not good players. They just don't seem anybody that's just got that little bit of dynamism, to get in the box or get back at it. I just thought Bellingham, if they could bust the bank, I'd get him if I were them.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I've been watching it, like I said, a few early on season games, and I thought, they are missing sort of, you think of that Gerrard sort of mould, don't you? And like I say, and these type of lads are great players, and they've been great players for Liverpool over the years. But like you said, I think they're just sort of similar players. They just need someone who can drive with that ball, sort of like De Bruyne does for Man City. Just mix it up a little bit, and like I say, if they can get Bellingham, that'll be an amazing signing. But I think there might be a bit of competition for him.
Well, yeah, by all accounts, the papers were suggesting that Real Madrid think they've won the race already with a 100 million plus signing on fee, or transfer, I should say, for Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund. But we still await to see that, because it's not done and dusted as of yet. In general, then, I must say the Salah goal, which was terrific, how it came about so quickly after Man City had retaken the lead. Liverpool held on to possession, as we all know, pretty much straight from the kickoff. And if you remember, in the build-up to that goal, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's pass to Darwin Núñez, I don't think enough is being made of that. It was tremendous with the outside of his boot.
Foot,
It's incredible.
Well, I think, I don't know, ask Razor, but if we tried that 10 times, I'd probably put it out to play. But
I've seen you do that, Stu. I've seen you do that, Stu. Don't worry about that.
Straight out to play. But even the amount of space he had to play into, it wasn't a lot, was it? It had to be a perfect pass, and it's a shame for, like I say, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he's a really good player. He's just been unlucky with injuries, and maybe Liverpool's form at times. It's hard for him to get in the team, but if he can, produce stuff like that on a regular basis and get a run in.
How disappointing, Stuart, was it at the end when the goal for the winning goal from Ake? I looked at it and I thought, it's a set piece, the setup. Nobody at all at the back, were there? I think it's such a simple goal, wasn't it? That shouldn't happen at that level, should it?
No, and I think that's what will disappoint Jurgen. I've read this morning that he said he was disappointed with the goals that could have been avoided, which, you're hoping that they work on stuff like that. It's more if it's a world-class goal, then, you just say, well, fair enough, it's a top goal. But for a goal like that to lose a game and after coming back, and equalising against a top team, I think you'll be very disappointed with that goal,
Stu, do you expect Liverpool now? You've obviously got a tricky game, Boxing Day. I mean, Villa, the new manager coming in, he's done really well so far. But do you expect Liverpool now to kick on and get comfortably in that top four?
I hope so. Like I said, I think there's been signs of it, and like I said, they've been unlucky early on in the season. But I think, get Van Dijk and Trent and these type of lads back into the team and up to form. I think Liverpool have a strong second half of the season, but a little bit too late, I think, in terms of maybe winning it. But I think in terms of top four, they'll give it a right good go. And you never know, they might actually make a signing that we don't know about as well. I'm not sure it'll be Bellingham, but I'm sure it'll be someone along maybe in that midfield area.
Hey, are you excited about Middlesbrough, Stu? I think Michael Carrick's doing a wonderful job, isn't he, up there? I just think I just fancy them now to get back in them playoffs and get up.
Yeah, I've been up there, Neil, the last couple of weeks doing under 16s and 18s, so you can see the feel around the place. There's a bit of a buzz around there. Yeah. I think taken to Michael, he's quite calm, and I think his ways. And like you said, he's had some really good results. Norwich and places like that to go and win was to give everyone a bit of a lift. I think he might need a few players in January. I think that they're still a bit short. I think maybe a striker,
desperately, aren't they? Hey, good luck to him for that.
But he's done terrific work, like you say, already at Boro.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.